Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm gonna bring you along a weekend in the life of my mom. If you're new here, my mom owns 2 restaurants here in Italy and she's just the most hardworking person I know, and you'll see what I mean by that. You guys loved the last day in the life I filmed of hers, and this weekend coming up is an especially busy one. There's a lot going on, so I thought you would appreciate a lot of action and craziness. So without further ado, I hope you'll enjoy and let's get right into the video. This morning, the first thing we do is go out and buy a piglet for an event we have tonight. We stop at a cafe for a traditional Italian breakfast, cappuccino and brioche, and then we go to her first restaurant. When we get here, she starts preparing a cold latte for my dad, who has been here since 6 a.m. working on the landscaping. Summer is officially here and our customers are starting to sit outside, so my dad is making sure the outdoor area looks its best. It's our turn for coffee now, and if you want to try the same coffee we serve in our restaurants, it's available for sale at the link in the description box until supplies last. My dad cut off a bunch of branches, so she's setting them on fire, and then she heads in the kitchen to turn on all her cooking appliances. She washes some dishes left over from last night and then heads in the fridge to figure out what she's gonna cook for lunch today. The restaurant opens at 12 in 30 minutes and she still hasn't prepared anything to serve her customers, so she starts getting everything ready for the lunch rush. Since most of our lunch customers are regulars that come here every day, we like to keep things varied throughout the week, so the menu changes every day and my mom has to always come up with something new. Soon enough, orders start coming in and she begins preparing the food. She's all alone in the kitchen and we usually serve about 100 people for lunch at this restaurant. Like most restaurants in Italy, we offer a fixed price lunch menu. Ours costs 14 euros and it includes a first course, which is usually pasta, a second course, which is either fish or meat, a side dish like vegetables or a salad, plus a drink and a coffee. This type of menu is designed for workers on their lunch break. It's affordable, simple, and filling. At 1:43, she's finished with all the orders, so she washes all the dishes and then starts making strawberry gelato for the dinner service. She prepared this mixture the night before and she always makes different flavors of gelato depending on what fruit is in season, so this video was filmed in June and strawberries were in season. Back to present day, here's the final result. It's the perfect dessert for warm summer days and we sell a lot of it. A container like this usually lasts just a couple of days. She takes a break to tend to her little bonfire.
Siamo piromani.
And then it's time for a new batch of gelato, this time chocolate. While it's churning, she helps my dad, who asked her to back up the van so he can reach the top of the edges. Shortly after, the gelato is ready and starts coming out, and of course I had to have some. Delicious. And while my mom is washing the gelato machine, I'm also having some of the strawberry one with my dad, who at this point is covered in leaves. At around 3 o'clock, we drive over to her other restaurant. When we get here, she heads straight to the kitchen where everyone is busy getting all the food ready for 2 big Moldovan parties happening tonight. For those of you who don't know, my mom immigrated from Moldova to Italy. While both of her restaurants serve Italian food, as a side business on the weekends, she organizes private events such as weddings, birthdays, baptisms, and more for the Moldovan and Romanian community of our town. And there's a lot of demand for it because, fun fact, the largest immigrant group in Italy is from Romania. My mom immediately gets in the zone. The host of one of the parties made a special request for the menu, a whole roasted piglet, so she's got to get that prepared right away so that it's ready in time for dinner service. Unfortunately, the piglet didn't fit in the oven, so they had to make some adjustments. Once it's ready, they will reassemble it and dress him up in a suit, so stay tuned for that. After the piglet is out of the way, my mom starts making some mustard to make sandwiches for one of the parties, and then we head home for a quick change of clothes. Of course, it wouldn't be a day in the life of my mom without a trip to the grocery store to buy a whole bunch of random things. I don't have many certainties in life, but this is one of them. My mom will go to the grocery store at least once a day, every day. And she tells me there's many reasons for this, like she wants to buy fresh food to serve people with, she gets better deals this way, she doesn't want to rely on her suppliers too much because they always do her wrong, like they add random things she never ordered on her invoices, or they bring her food that is not fresh, and they'll sneakily do the deliveries when she isn't at the restaurant to check. But I think on top of these reasons, there are 2 other pretty big reasons why she goes to the grocery store every day, and number 1 is because she loves it. It's one of her few occasions to go into society. And number 2, she's a little bit disorganized, which I don't blame her because she has a lot on her plate. After unloading everything, the trunk is now empty, which is a perfect occasion to fill it up once again by going to another grocery store. Here, she's mainly picking up a whole bunch of bread, as well as an edible picture of a high school class that she needs for a cake that she was commissioned to make. After shopping, we head right back to the restaurant, and she randomly starts making these stuffed zucchini flowers for the parties tonight, and she's teaching one of her employees how to make them at the same time. She quickly checks on the piglet and then goes into the main hall to chat with the decorators who are making sure the room looks beautiful for tonight. Then they go together to check out how the other room is decorated. This room is located at the back of the restaurant and we only use it for private events, which is how we're able to host more than one event per night. Here there will be a little girl's baptism tonight. She shares a laugh with an employee and then she walks back to the kitchen where she grabs a cart full of random things she needs to bring to the other restaurant and heads back outside. Here she meets the decorators again and they talk some more, and then she starts gardening out of nowhere. After her little gardening session, we head home to pick up my sister, and then we drive over to her other restaurant for the dinner service. We're pretty much fully booked for tonight, but we arrived before any customers, so my mom is getting ahead by prepping some stuff. until she's interrupted by the first order of the day, which is coincidentally chicken burgers. This means customers are officially here and it's showtime.
Fai una dedica a tutti.
A dedica a chi non riesce a prendere la patente. I feel you.
Contrary to lunch, customers can order from the full menu in the evening, making it a little bit more challenging for my mom, who is once again alone in the kitchen. Fortunately, we also serve pizzas, which make up for half of the orders. My uncle Giuseppe is our pizza man. But sometimes my mom has to also prep some ingredients for pizzas, like this fried fish, to make one of the most popular pizzas in our restaurant. Pizza with fried fish. After an overwhelming 2 hours, the orders finally start to slow down, and my mom is finishing up the last dishes of the night. We had a lot of orders for grilled fish tonight, which is great because it's one of the most expensive items on the menu. While she's wrapping up, I'm trying a slice of cake left behind by a group celebrating a sweet 16. It was so good. I love when people leave their cakes instead of taking them home because I get to try so many different kinds. My mom is also trying a slice of the cake while catching up with my dad, who's having dinner with a friend. She also steals a slice of pizza from him, and that's her dinner. Then a few more friends join us, so she goes inside to prepare them 2 giant cups of the gelato she prepared earlier so they can try it. After that, we get in the car and we're going back to her other restaurant. We arrive at 11 p.m. just in time to serve our roast piglet, which at this point is all dressed up and looking like a very distinguished gentleman. It might seem late for dinner, but Moldovan and Romanian people party until 6 in the morning, so for them this is actually early. While my mom is doing her thing, I went to check out the 2 parties. We stick around for a bit to make sure everything is running smoothly. Here they're making traditional crepes filled with sweet cheese. And once things settle down, there's not much left to do, so my mom joins the other girls for some laughs. We get back in the car, and this time we're finally going home. And you'd think that after a day like this, she would go straight to bed. But no, my mom likes to unwind with a documentary about frogs. This morning, after our daily dose of caffeine, we head straight to, surprise, surprise, the grocery store. Today is a very demanding day for my mom. She has a catering event at a villa tonight, so she called another chef to replace her at the restaurant for the evening service while she focuses on the event. The catering menu is quite extensive, and on top of that, there's 2 private Romanian events happening at the restaurant again, so she's picking up everything she needs to get through the day. When we arrive at the restaurant, she unloads everything we just bought and heads straight into the kitchen. The restaurant opens in about 40 minutes, so she has to get everything ready for the lunch rush. She takes out this brisket that has been slow cooking through the night and is now ready, and then heads into the fridge to see what she has so she can build the menu from there. Today's menu includes, amongst other things, a cold rice salad, which is a really popular dish in Italy during the summer, pasta with zucchini, salmon, and cream, and steamed bok choy. The food is ready right on time for opening, and orders start coming in. At 12:30, we have a big reservation for 43 people, so I'm helping my mom by taking over the grill and cooking the pork chops, which are also on today's menu. I even got an order for 2 rare pork chops, which I thought was crazy. Of course, I cooked them all the way through. I'm not trying to make anybody sick.
Un riso.
Faccio il gatto tutto, tranquillo, ok? Sì, la bracciola presa.
Cosa?
180 e 200.
È il primo tavolo. Poi.
At 2 p.m. we're pretty much done with all the orders, so I'm having some pasta with salmon for lunch, and then I go back to stock my mom. Her phone won't stop ringing today because she's coordinating the entire catering operation. She doesn't do caterings very often, so they're definitely stressful for her.
Sempre questo fotografie. foame, le cose da fare. Împărțește, le-ai ajutat fetele, pune una așa, una așa, una așa.
We arrive at the other restaurant and my mom goes straight to the kitchen. Here there will be a little boy's baptism tonight. In the kitchen, everyone is busy getting ready for all of the 3 events we have tonight. The catering is at 8 p.m. so they have about 5 hours to get everything ready. And my mom starts demonstrating to each person what to do. Until she realizes we're missing some ingredients to make a dish for the catering, so we're back to the grocery store. We come back to the restaurant and she's again showing everyone what to do while doing things herself at the same time. And once she's confident that everyone knows what to do, we're back on the road and we arrive to the villa where she's gonna do the catering tonight. The owners of this villa built this glass room for events, and their granddaughter is having her 18th birthday here, so they asked my mom to do the catering.
Întâi și întâi pregătim tot sala. E poi dobbiamo fare un altro buffet, sì, di aperitivi, di băuturi și istriți, tramezzini, tutta la roba di benvenuto. Okay. Una aici.
Masa o punem
nu,
acolo
sunt
și
două
aici
mese.
să
Una
vedem
punem
barul.
băuturi. Una e cu băutură aici cu barul la
Păi...
Când te uiți, să fii tot aici spre munți. Cât să pus aici? Da bună.
Am pus unul în loc. Aici.
Așa,
At 4 p.m., they realize they don't have enough plates, so she drives to her restaurant to get them. She throws them in the trunk, and I'm surprised they didn't break while we were driving because they were flying in there. Back at the villa, this cardboard cutout of a random guy shows up. I have no idea who he is, but apparently the birthday girl is obsessed with him. And we're back in the car for about 10 seconds before they call her again to ask for more instructions. At around 5 p.m., we're back at the restaurant because my mom still has to cook all the finger foods for the welcome buffet. Since there's no kitchen at the villa, she has to go back and forth to her restaurant to get all the food cooked. And once we have a cart packed full of everything, we're ready to go.
Da păhăriele, teti. Ok, da, bravissimo. Dați-mi că asta e albă, îi pui o lingură neagră, ca să facă contrastul de culoare.
All of a sudden, she realizes we're missing more stuff, so off to the grocery store we go. Perlando's favorite customer. After that, we drive back to her restaurant to grab garbage cans, and then she heads to the kitchen to talk to her employees and have a snack.
Trebuie, Vasilic, du-te la tabărul de pește. Vrei să... Faccio un po' di fritti o... Un po' di fritti con la...
Quale stampa?
Quella là, perché l'ha messa il dragano? Ies sacchi neri, le ho adus, dar nu știu unde le pus. Nu știu, ați rezolvat? Da.
Apri la porta.
My mom and her team prepared all the food for this catering except for the sushi. That's where she draws the line. And while everyone is enjoying the appetizers, my mom can take a quick break until the host of the event lets us know that they're ready for the main course, and well, she hasn't prepared it yet.
da cliente de alturbar, taram taram taram. Avem plăcești de dinatar, taram taram. Păi lume mult bine, din satele vecinii, taram taram taram. Mai mult băgări și voi să da clienți, taram taram taram.
Cosa bevi?
È un succo analcolico.
After loading all of our stuff into the van, we head home for a much-needed shower. Fortunately, we come back right on time to serve the cake, which is chocolate with a berry yogurt filling. We're pretty much done, but my mom sticks around to chat and help out. Pesa un quintale.
Ma va, dai, cammina! Muoviti!
It's close to 3 a.m. and we're back at a restaurant for closing. Overall, it was a successful day. The hosts were really happy and gave their compliments to my mom. And as for her, let's just say it'll be a while before she does another catering gig.
Basta!
Alla fine della giornata.
Basta!
This morning, my mom finally has some help in the kitchen, including my Aunt Marusia, aka my mom's only sister. We're usually closed for Sunday lunch, but today we've opened up for a private Moldovan event for the same couple who celebrated their wedding at our other restaurant last night. In Moldova and Romania, it's tradition that the day after a wedding, the bride and groom host their closest family members for a hot bowl of chicken soup. But this isn't just your regular chicken soup. The broth has to be sour, traditionally achieved by adding fermented wheat bran, and it contains hand-cut egg noodles.
Ogni chef c'ha l'assistente. Così non diventa. Allora io faccio comunque il tiramisù perché così è un classico. Dopo eventualmente se qualcuno ha altre preferenze ce n'è roba in casa per così.
As you might have noticed, my mom is always butchering animals. She's the kind of person who buys an entire cow, I'm not joking, already dead of course, and then butchers it herself because it's much cheaper this way. Here she's prepping some ribs for the party's second course, and then she gets another call because some people want to book a Romanian event at our restaurant, and they're booking an appointment with my mom to arrange the menu this afternoon. Then some guests start to arrive, so my mom makes them a coffee while they wait. She also brings them water at the table because there are no servers today. She felt bad calling them in on a Sunday, so even though she has help in the kitchen today, she still has to multitask between cooking and serving. While the chicken soup is finishing up, they prepare some appetizers for them like vegetables and cured meats.
Mortadella Bologna con pistacchio.
And at 12 o'clock, our chicken noodle soup, or ziama in Romanian, is ready to be served. This soup tradition serves two purposes. First, it's a hangover cure after a long night of dancing and drinking. And second, it's a way for the newlyweds to spend a bit more time with their closest family and friends before the wedding celebrations officially end. It's always served with a side of fresh hot chili peppers and sour cream. Once the soup is out of the way, my mom starts doing a lot of multitasking. First, she starts making the tiramisu cream. Then the guests order some beers, so she goes to make those. Then she goes back to the tiramisu. After that, the guests finish their soup, so it's time to serve the second course, which is the ribs she prepared earlier with a side of fried potato balls and peppers. Then she starts making fresh lasagna noodles and bechamel sauce to prepare a seafood lasagna for tonight. The same people who ordered the cake earlier also ordered this lasagna, so she's getting ahead by making it now. Next, she goes back to the tiramisu, which is also for the same group. They're coming here tonight to celebrate a 60th wedding anniversary, and they asked my mom to make a cake with happy anniversary written on it.
Non riesco, mi va giù tutto il sugo, devo mettere il sugo.
Ah, pensavo che lo fai con...
Io ti fa fisarmonica. Il pesce con la besciamella che così non si brucia in cottura.
But then she realizes she forgot the cream in the stand mixer.
La nostra panna è diventata burro!
And by now it has turned into butter, so she has no choice but to finish making the butter. The mascarpone cream is ready, so she goes to make the coffee to soak the lady fingers. While she's there, a few people order coffee and beers, so she takes care of that too. Once that's done, she heads back into the kitchen to assemble the tiramisu. On our way to the fridge, another guest spots the tiramisu and asks for a serving. So she goes back to the kitchen to make a quick cup just for him. Finally, it's our turn to eat lunch now. And of course, we're having the soup too. So delicious. It's one of my favorite Moldovan dishes. By now, the party guests are starting to get a bit tipsy, so my mom tries to keep them fed.
Nu, stai liniștit, că știu că nu faci anumit așa ceva.
Then she attempts to write happy anniversary on the tiramisu, but she quickly realizes that writing on cakes is not her forte. So she decides to go to the store to get a cake topper instead. Just look at that smile when we get to the grocery store. Can grocery shopping be a hobby? Because I'm starting to think it's hers. I thought we came here for a cake topper, but she's buying a whole bunch of other things. Then we finally make it to the cake aisle, but unfortunately they didn't have a happy anniversary topper. After the grocery store, we go to her other restaurant because she has an appointment to plan a menu for a future baptism. While she's doing that, I go into the kitchen to look for some snacks. There are 2 Romanian or Moldovan parties happening today. One is a 60th birthday and the other one is a baptism. By the time my mom is done planning the menu, it's time to drive back to her other restaurant for dinner service. On the way there, her van randomly dies, which happens at least once a day while we're driving. She definitely needs a new van. Thankfully, we find some mulberries on the side of the street while we wait for it to come back to life. When we arrive at the restaurant, she starts her dinner prep.
puoi andare, vai, vai, vai. Saranno 2 kg, fagli 30 euro. 30 euro, vedrai che rimangono.
There's a hotel near our restaurant that doesn't have an in-house restaurant, so whenever they have large organized groups, they send them to us and we arrange the menu ahead of time. This way we get tourists from all over the world, and it's always interesting to see what food they request, because even though they're in Italy, they usually want dishes that feel closer to home. Today we have a group from Spain and they requested fried eggs and potatoes. After that, the anniversary group arrives, so she serves them the seafood lasagna she prepared earlier. Once they're done eating it, it's time to serve the tiramisu. My mom is still determined to write happy anniversary herself using this red food coloring, but she gets humbled quickly. I ended up printing the message on a piece of paper and thankfully it worked out just fine. Everyone was happy and super thankful to my mom, and they finished all the tiramisu. Then she goes to the bar to make a mojito because the servers didn't know how to make it, and back in the kitchen she goes. At 11:30 p.m., we're back in the van heading to the other restaurant. I had to try the cake, of course, and it was the best cake in the entire video. A solid 10 out of 10. I even took some home so I could have it for breakfast the next day. Here my mom is packing up all the leftovers. In Moldova and Romania, parties mean serving way more food than anyone could possibly eat. It's a point of pride, and in the end, nothing goes to waste. The hosts pack up goodie bags for guests to take home, and whatever's left gets shared with the family for days to come.